I'm a London local, and I think London has some of the best food in the world. I've invited my friend Joe Avella over from the US to teach him how we do things slightly differently over here. We'll be visiting the tourist favourite, the best rated fish and chip spot, the expert's pick, and a wildcard all in one day to see if we can find London's best fish and chips. This is Food Tours. Our first stop of the day, Poppies. Well, so this is Poppies. We're in their Soho location. Yeah. They've got a few locations scattered around London, so it is kind of like a chain, but also very highly reviewed.
Yeah, I noticed on the menu, National Fish and Chips Awards winner.
There you go.
So I'm seeing on this menu you get cod or haddock. What's the difference?
Cod tends to be like a little bit meatier. Haddock I think is kind of like a flatter fish in general, so it ends up being a bit more crispy when you eat it. It's kind of personal preference. I grew up in the south where we tend to go for cod. I think haddock's a little bit more popular up north, but it's really up to you. There are other fish.
Yo, I'm seeing skate, I'm seeing rock, I'm seeing soleil or sole. What is it?
Sole.
Sole? Yeah. Well, apparently fillet is fillet, so I don't know how you guys are pronouncing anything.
I feel like we've got to go for the traditional side, which is the mushy peas.
Oh, peas.
Have you had mushy peas before?
No, I hate peas.
Okay, well this is going to be fun then. And I also, over there, a jar of pickled eggs has caught my eye.
Not happening. Not happening right now.
When in Rome.
Nope, we're not in Rome, we're in London, and I'm not eating pickled anything. Okay. Pickled egg, what is that?
It's an egg that you boil and then put in vinegar.
Too early to get a beer?
Yes, categorically. Spiffing fish and chips.
Spiffing! Spiffing! What does that mean? He said spiffing. What that means? Is that so you'd say spiffing for what?
I mean, I wouldn't say spiffing, but it's like an old school thing.
No.
Yeah, terribly spiffing fish and chips.
Right here, mates. Cheerio.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Give me some first impressions. You've got the haddock, I have the cod. What do you
Looks
think?
incredible. Fries are just how I like them, thick enough to look crispy. I will say, this is more of a UK thing. Gotta salt it, guys. Come on, you got an American here. Everything has to taste like insanity.
Are you gonna be tempted by any vinegar?
So you put in the fish and the chips.
You might see it more used on the chips rather than the fish. Some people will just dump it all over.
Also, their own little carrying case for the tartar sauce.
Tartar sauce. Are you a tartar sauce fan?
Yeah, I feel like in America they just like dump it on there and you dip it or whatever. Why? In the jar seems like it'd be harder to put it on there. Ketchup?
A little ketchup. I personally wouldn't, but it's personal preference.
I personally would. Yeah, it looks good in there, buddy.
It does look good.
I got halibut?
Haddock.
Haddock.
Haddock. Cheers.
Oh, yeah. But I'm responding probably the most favorably to the crispiness. And I think the crispy outside to fish ratio for this specifically is really good.
Good. This fish is like so flaky.
Yeah.
It like melts in your mouth almost.
This fish, I could easily eat this on its own without the tartar sauce. I won't, but the fish is fantastic. And I want to try a little bit of yours.
We've got to swap some fish here.
Wait, I think I changed my mind.
Yeah?
Before I was like, oh, I like how this has the more crispy stuff.
Are you a cod
The
guy
meatier, that was really good. That was really good.
I kind of prefer that one, you know. I think we might have ordered wrong.
Okay, let's go.
We're swapping over.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh man,
good job.
This is fantastic.
See, I love the crispy batter. That's maybe my favourite part of the fish and chips. But you're saying you quite like the sort of the meat in that.
The fish, I mean, the cod is cooked perfectly. I think that is what does it. This is what is like difficult about doing this work. Is like I could kill this.
Destroy this immediately. Yeah.
But we have 3 more.
We've got to pace ourselves. We need to talk about the mushy peas. You said you're not a peas guy in general.
No, but mushy peas aren't really a thing in the United States, though.
So these probably are slightly different to the peas you're used to eating. These are actually marrow fat peas, so these are like larger peas.
I mean, it looks like poorly made pea soup. Like someone made it and they didn't add enough water.
They forgot to blend it.
So I don't like peas normally. I think they're weird. I never like the taste. I mean, it wasn't as bad as I thought. The mushiness actually helps with the consistency of it, but yeah. It doesn't taste like refried beans, but it's kind of close.
Right. I got that kind of, maybe, just now you kind of get like maybe some fish, maybe even a chip in there.
I'm doing everything.
And some peas.
I'm doing everything.
And some tartar sauce.
I've stretched the parsley in there too?
I think you're good without the parsley.
Okay.
Cheers. That's a really good mouthful.
Together, it's fantastic. Oh my goodness.
God, that's
Why
really
does that
good.
work so well together? I can't believe it. Like, I thought I was just doing that for fun, but if I was like just doing this on my own, like by myself, I'd be kind of like, and I would literally like mixing everything together like a 6-year-old, just like blah, 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 blah. Fantastic. Again, not a peas guy, but in the future, if I'm getting fish and chips somewhere in the United States, I've asked mushy peas. I bet they won't have it though. This was so good. This was so good. Shall we?
I feel like a good note to end on might be these pickled eggs.
Ready? Eat the whole bite the whole thing, or oh, there you go. No.
What's wrong with it for you?
Hot tastes. If I had to pinpoint one thing, the taste.
The flavor. We brought you around on mushy peas, so I think like 1 out of 2 is not bad.
Yeah, mushy. Okay, fine. Mushy peas are better. Yeah. So you go to a place, they got a big jar of pickled things in there, and you're just gonna get it. You're not worried about how it was handled, how long it's been there.
The vinegar's taking care of all that. You're fine.
It's taking care of what?
All that.
What? It's fishing it out with his bare hands. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah. Vinegar's taking care of it. It's all good.
I'm not getting. It has to be. Okay, vinegar's taking care of it. Look, dude, I could easily eat this whole thing and have a fantastic rest of my day, but we got more places to go to, so.
We do. Save some room. Let's go to the next spot.
Let's do it.
Close it.
All right.
Teasing your taste buds. Joe, what did he call you?
Call me a yank. I mean, is that an insult? I don't know.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, fantastic. All right.
All right, Joe, welcome to the Golden Chippy.
Love it. Love to see
What do
it.
you think? Good vibe in here?
Yeah, I really like the vibe in here. It's actually pretty cool. I know we're normally getting a cod. Anything else in here you want to try?
Yeah, we haven't tried a place yet, so we can maybe go for a place.
Yeah, that works. What about sides? Anything?
I think what we might go for this time is a battered sausage.
A battered sausage.
Have you had a battered sausage
I
before?
definitely haven't. I mean, is it like a corn dog?
You'll take like a good pork British sausage, batter it, fry it, serve it. It's great. Maybe some curry sauce.
Dude, I love the curry sauce. Let's go.
Cool, go for that.
Now, you've used the term chippy a few times before. What exactly is that, and how is this a chippy?
I'd say it's like a uniquely British experience in a lot of ways. It's a lot more focused on takeout than a classic restaurant. Obviously, we have a table here, but for the most part, I don't think chippies even really have tables, or they'll just have maybe like a few stools and a bar that you can sit at to eat.
Yeah.
They have this big counter where they keep all of the sort of like pre-prepared food warm.
Right.
A lot of metal surfaces that are easy to wipe down, because obviously quite a lot of grease getting thrown around here. Yeah, this very much looks and feels like a classic British chippy.
This piece of fish to bring in here. What? Bro, get out of here with this fish. The size of this fish.
Thank you so much. Wow, incredible. Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much.
I noticed they put something green on the plate.
They did. We got some salad here. That's like not super common with your fish and chips. That's I think a personal touch from Chris.
I don't think I've seen that in this country yet.
No. We've not been going to the establishments that specialize in salad so far.
Everything we've been reviewing has just been various shades of brown.
Yes.
To see green, it's just like, I'm like, whoa! It's startling.
Yeah, I'm gonna go just straight fish. Here we go.
Oh my god, bro. Is this the same type of batter than other places?
They all do their own batter slightly differently. What's so good? I mean, it looks really crispy. Is it crispy?
This is like American crispy. This is like KFC extra crispy.
This fish has like maybe more flavor than the other cods I've had before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess it's something to do with just like freshness. Because this is just really flavorful. Honestly, same for the chips as well. I think it might sound like a stupid statement, but almost like more of a potatoey flavor than what we've had before.
All right, switch.
Yep.
And I gotta say, man, the tartar sauce is top notch.
Is it good?
I feel that the tartar sauce is such an important part of the fish and chips, because it's really good.
Yeah, okay.
Like, it's fantastic. I love it very much. And to be honest, if I lived here and need a tartar sauce, I would buy this.
You're right, the sauce is really good.
I love like the texture of this one. I think that the place had more flavor for me personally.
And I think you just get a lot more crisp when you have a flatter piece of fish.
Yeah.
Like the place.
This is like a thick ass piece of fish. It's cooked perfectly. The batter's incredible. The fries are amazing. The tartar sauce, secret weapon. This is our curry.
Go try some curry sauce, man.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's good. Great counterpart to the chips.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's what America's missing, man.
Just like curry sauce.
Yeah, curry sauce for fries, especially for fries.
You think Americans would like curry sauce? You think it would hit with the
I don't see
palate?
why they wouldn't.
Yeah. Obviously, we have our fish. I've thoroughly enjoyed both of these, but
Yeah.
we also have a battered sausage here for you, Joe.
don't think I want that.
Completely understand how it might not be the most appealing thing to look at. I will say, give it the benefit of the doubt.
I'll cut my own sausage. There's like a spice to your guys' sausage. It's not as savory as an American sausage.
Sure. Do you think it works with the batter?
Yeah, actually it does, yeah. It's just weird looking. It's a weird thing to do, you know? It's like, yeah, okay, but like, must we deep fry everything?
Coming from an American, that is a bold claim.
That's right. Have you ever been to any sort of American state fair? We'll deep fry anything in our country, except sausages apparently, because I haven't seen this.
Yeah, you draw the line at sausages.
Now I want to try to put as much of that stuff on, but like straight vinegar. I'm gonna douse it in vinegar. I'm gonna drown it in vinegar and see what it is. To have this feeling like even though you can add a lot of vinegar to something, like this is gonna sound crazy. Everyone in the UK is gonna hear this and go, this crazy American doesn't know what he's talking about. This crazy Yank has no idea what he's talking about. I don't think you can over vinegar something. I think there's like a saturation point, and I think I can hit the vinegar saturation point and still be able to eat it and enjoy it.
Fish and chips is like a pretty important part of the UK culture. Do you like have any kind of equivalent to that in the US? Like, do you guys eat fish and chips out there?
We have things called Irish pubs, fish and chips, bangers and mash, shepherd's pie, Guinness and Harp on tap. It's more like something like hot and brown and fried. You know what I mean?
So you wouldn't recommend a Brit go to Long John Silver's for a taste of home?
Oh my God. Long John Silver's is so awful. It's not like British themed, it's pirate themed.
Oh God.
Fantastic.
What have you got for us, Chris?
What is this?
There is an old school banana fritter.
Oh, look at that.
That side is very hot, be careful.
You got it.
Enjoy.
It's a deep fried banana,
Thank you.
banana fritter.
It is. That's a deep fried banana right there. Is this normally on the menu, or have you gone off? Oh.
Only people that know.
We've got a secret menu item, man.
It's not secret anymore, is it?
I know we've had a lot of fried food today, so I think the only logical thing is that we eat more fried food.
What won't you people deep fry? I'm upset because I know this is going to be amazing.
Our job is so hard.
I know. Did you bite it? Oh.
No, I just got like a little bit of the sauce, and it does taste delicious. That's so hard, but that's really good.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is so fantastic. I don't know why that's not on the menu here.
Right. Have you had fried banana before?
No.
I don't know if I have. It's like really get like a
And a chocolate covered banana, but not a fried one. Oh man. Oh. Way too much.
Joe might be flagging, but we've got another 2 fish and chip spots to hit. Our next stop is Fishcotheque.
Fishcotheque.
One of the reasons why we brought you here is because this is currently the #1 reviewed fish and chip shop in London on Tripadvisor.
Okay.
So we're going to see if the people of Tripadvisor know what they're talking about. We should probably get another cod just to like keep it consistent.
We already had haddock.
We already have the haddock, so maybe try something else, maybe a rock. Do you have any idea what a saveloy might be?
Okay, it says savory and it says it's served with chips, so I'm assuming it's some sort of fish.
Not quite. So this is actually a sausage. I'm going to wait until you can see
Not
it to
quite.
get your
I was
reaction.
completely wrong.
You were pretty
There's nothing to do with fish and sausage. I was way off.
I'm going to wait till it arrives to see your reaction because it's quite visually striking. I'll put it that way.
You're taking me, I'm on the other side of the planet, you're taking me someplace, and when you ask me to know something is and I say no, your response is, we'll just wait to have it show up and see how you feel. Like, you're filling me with dread. Well, while I'm in the UK, I get like a Coke or something just because it's like you guys have that regular sugar. Are you gonna get a Coke?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do a Coke.
Here we have original flavor non-brewed condiment. Do you have any guesses?
That
as to
sounds
what?
like they're just like sidestepping the fact that it's so fake they can't legally call it vinegar.
That's effectively what's going on here. To be called vinegar legally, it has to
have vinegar in it.
Have vinegar in it.
Yeah, I was under the impression that vinegar is like the cheapest thing in the world to make. I mean, you can buy like the gallons for like $1, right?
Yeah. Well, this makes it even cheaper. So just before the food arrives, I have just spotted something. I'll be right back.
Okay. Ah, toothpicks.
Here we go. These are chip forks.
Chip forks.
Generally, if you're going to take away your food, this is what you'll be using to eat them on the way home.
This is brilliant.
Yeah.
I totally get this. This is actually such a good idea. But why this and not just like a smaller fork with the 4 prongs?
That is a good question. I wish I could tell you. It's just kind of one of those things where like, this is kind of how it's always been done.
Gotcha.
I think we're just set in our ways with these things at the moment.
I think that is the best way to describe the UK in general.
We're not going to start seasoning our food now. Like, why would we?
Yo, the big boy. Thanks, pal.
Thank you very much.
I mean, this is a big piece of fish.
That's a
This
big
is fun. They
piece of
couldn't
fish.
have gotten a different size plate for this thing.
It's just kind of just rolling around. So you have
Amazing.
the rock.
This is one piece of fish.
One piece of fish. Generous with the chips as well here. Oh, it's on straight in. Ooh, that sounded crispy. I can hear that from here.
That dude. Dude. I'm not a tartar sauce snob. Yeah, Heinz 57. Give me my boy Heinz. So this is a thing for fish and chips in the UK, serving a curry sauce?
Yeah, it's quite rare to find just curry sauce on its own on the menu in other places. You might get it in like Chinese takeaways.
Oh yeah, I gotta put that non-brute condiment on. And I hear I can be generous with it.
That's so much.
I mean, is it?
That's so much.
I wonder.
Yeah. Mine's falling off already. Good start.
Those fries, chips, cooked perfectly. Wow. Like crispy enough, but like, yeah, the inside like isn't like too hot on the inside.
No. Very fluffy on the inside.
Yeah, fluffy is what I'm looking for. These fries are good. These fries are real good. Oh, ooh.
Right. You get it?
That curry's
You get it?
fantastic.
Well, I've got the cod, you've got the rock. We'll try a bit and then we can swap again.
Want
See
to try
what we
without
think.
the tartar, or does it matter?
It's up to you.
I'm gonna try with tartar.
It's crispy.
This one seems like it is. It's not as fluffy. It's denser, which isn't a complaint. I mean,
more
it's,
meaty.
It's another way. Yeah, like more meatier.
Yep. I'm told that the fryer here is 80 years old. So this thing it's seen some fish.
I mean, is that a selling point?
It's retaining all that flavor from those 80 years. You know?
Harry, my water heater's 30 years old. The thing doesn't work. I like the cod better, but I'm thinking in terms of like if I was gonna eat all of this and not have to have 4 in one day, I think the cod would be more like a session fish. Like I would love to eat that whole thing with the fries. This has like a more savory flavor.
Yeah.
Right?
Much stronger flavor to that.
Flavor, which is great. Like a bite is fantastic, but I don't know. I don't know if I could do this whole thing without just being like, oh.
I'd agree. That's like maybe a little bit heavier, a little bit denser.
I couldn't eat all this. It's too hefty.
I love the notion of a session fish.
Yeah,
Like an IPA. I mean,
More like-
we are basically sessioning fish
Yeah,
right
more
now.
like of an after dinner fish. Probably go with this one instead. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that works.
Great.
That's dessert fish.
This thing has been taunting me this whole
Okay.
meal. So what are we doing here?
This is a saveloy. So what a saveloy is predominantly pork sausage.
This is what like an American hot dog would look like.
It does a little bit, but as you can see, you can see inside it.
Yeah.
And it looks more like a sort of classic British sausage. I think these used to be made from pork brains. I don't think they are anymore, but don't quote me on that.
What's it made of now?
I think just kind of minced pork meat.
I'm more concerned with what's in it now, not what was in it in the 70s.
Okay, well, let's find out by tasting it.
Alright.
I feel like we can try a little bit, and then also pretty good when mixed with the curry sauce.
This tastes like it used to be made out of something gross. Like I recognize the taste of meat, but this doesn't taste right. It tastes like a sausage that's wrong. Does that make sense?
I know we have more places to visit, but do you have room for maybe a little dessert?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go order it.
I hate to say it, I do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Joe, this is a battered Mars bar. What does Mars bar mean to you?
It's a candy bar in the US that no one ever gets. Or,
In the UK, a Mars bar is, I think, closer to what you would think of a Milky Way bar being.
okay,
And then our Milky Way bar, which we also have, I think is like a US Three Musketeers.
gotcha.
Up to speed. It's a fairly traditional, I would say, chip shop dessert in the UK.
It is, really?
Yeah.
With the little like drizzle on the plate and everything?
This is I've gone kind of above and beyond with the presentation here. Often it will just be this. They batter it and then just deep fry it.
This is literally gonna kill me.
It might do, but a pretty good way to go out, right?
Sure. Yeah. That is incredible. The caramel is like what really does it. So it's a really good idea to deep fry that.
That little crispy bit on the outside and then the warm, like gooey caramel inside. Oh man.
So you're going to just be sitting there and be like,
It's really good.
Stop it.
I'm simply built different.
oh my god.
Great fish and chips, great desserts. Fishcotheque has exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, I think mine too. Good food, all the classics done well.
Absolutely.
But we've got more places to visit. You ready for the next one?
I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. Wow, cool. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, look at the view.
There we go.
Thanks, buddy.
Menus.
What are you having, Joe? Thank you.
Slow roasted pork belly is really calling my name, but you know what? Kind of feeling fish and chips.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've had fish and chips. Maybe like 2 hours.
Yeah, God. Last place, Mayflower. It's named after a boat.
Yeah, I mean, you should know. It's named after the Mayflower, aka the one that the Pilgrims came to America on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ready for some history? The building has been around since the 1500s.
That's insanity.
It's been renamed a couple of times. Apparently it was the Spread Eagle and Crown. So apparently it was from the nearby landing steps to the pub that the Pilgrim Fathers set sail aboard the Mayflower.
So this is the last stop before they went and sailed for 6 months.
About 3 months, almost.
Oh God, on a boat?
On a boat, like back in the 1600s.
I bet that thing smelled horrible.
Yeah,
No one's
hygiene.
bathing. What'd they eat?
Good question. Like dried stuff,
Yeah.
maybe some fish and chips.
They had a fryer on the ship?
I doubt it.
Please. Out of all the places we could have gone to, why here?
I think one way to look at a British fish and chip experience is through the chippy or
Yeah.
a fish and chip restaurant. I think another is just having them in a pub. Fish and chips is on pretty much every pub menu in the UK. The food might be a little bit different to what we've had. Beer batter is pretty traditional. Obviously you're in a pub, you've got a lot of access to beer, so you're going to be battering things in the beer, which leads to quite a nice like fluffy and crispy batter. And also the peas you might get, probably not mushy peas traditionally, although you might get that in some pubs, but it's often just going to be kind of standard garden peas. Hey, there we go.
Thank you, sir.
Perfect.
Welcome.
All right, fish and chips, let's go.
Go for some chips.
Whoa, the chips are good. They're real good.
You see what I mean? How it's like slightly different to the style that we've had earlier. It's like it is a bit flatter, I would say, so not quite as like dense. These are like pretty well fried in terms of they're quite crispy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you liking that?
This I like. This beer I do not like. You insisted I get the bitter shandy?
Bit of shandy. It's a traditional, although I have not done that, so I've just kind of
Yeah,
pushed that
suspicious
onto you.
how
Yeah.
I had to get it, but you didn't.
Our last cod of the day. Let's go for it.
All right, let's go. First cod, pre-tartared. Is it beer batter? Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely stands out. A crispier. Wow. Mm-hmm. Very good. I'm gonna try this tartar. Look at the steam coming out of this thing.
Steamy.
It's like creamy. Not just this, but like the fish kind of like melts in your mouth,
It's like
right?
buttery, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How?
Really nice texture.
How did they do this?
Pretty much perfectly cooked.
I think.
Flaky, juicy. I feel like we should try the peas. They are unmushed peas.
I'm gonna wash that down with something slightly better tasting. This is a children's drink.
But
Well-
if you had to have peas with your dish, you would maybe prefer them mushy.
Yeah, I don't like this piece. The keys to the kingdom is
In
making your own tartar sauce. I don't know how difficult it is to make.
No
But-
one's really talked about tartar sauce yet. About what it is, why it
Yo, there's for real a cuckoo clock in
An
here?
actual cuckoo
That
clock.
is really funny. Cuckoo clocks are only startling. Do you think people had them and they're like, this is all we have? It's this or nothing?
So I love my clock, but I wish it just scared me more. Boy, do I have an idea for you.
You know, this clock is missing fright. Okay,
Yeah.
come to think of it, I don't even know what's in tartar. What is tartar sauce?
It's a mayo-based sauce.
Yeah.
They take the mayo, but then they jazz it up with some stuff. So maybe some like diced pickles, maybe some capers,
Yeah.
and then a few herbs and spices, like a bit of black pepper, salt, and I think dill is pretty common in there.
Okay. It's great. It's perfect with fish.
True.
Are people eating fish and chips without tartar sauce? No way.
Not really.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be. All right, Joe.
Sun is going down. Candles are getting brighter. So why don't we now decide what is the best fish and chips in the fine city of London?
You've mentioned a few things that could play into your decision there. I mean, obviously the quality of the fish, the chips, the tartar sauce. Taking all these factors into account,
Yeah.
of the 4 that we tried today, which was your favorite?
I mean, the first one, Poppies, was incredible. But was the first one out the gate. But they were tough to beat. I really liked everything about it. The haddock was really good. Then we went to Fishcotheque.
Still good.
I was really impressed. I mean, fantastic fish. But their tartar sauce, I mean, they just had the Heinz 57 stuff. They had the prepackaged stuff. I was like, come on, guys. A little effort in this. But I get it. Keeping in mind that every place was fantastic. We're talking razor thin margins. What? Who does that service? Who's glad to hear that? There's elements of a lot of the places that I liked that I don't know necessarily should count towards the fish and chips. Like I loved Poppies, mushy peas. And this place, this beer battered skin and the way they cook the fish, fantastic. Oh, the tartar sauce here is like so good. But I think Golden Chippy's tartar sauce is better. So if I had to pick, and I know that I do, I'm gonna go Golden Chippy. The vibe of get it and go or kind of come in and like a neighborhood corner shop, although we don't have fish and chip spots like that in the US, that was more my vibe of like quick in and out, incredibly friendly owner.
I like that because I think that's probably more representative of the average Brit experience that we'll have at a fish and chip shop.
I don't even know what would be second, third, and fourth. They're all fantastic. If I went to only one of these visiting London, I'd be very happy.
Yeah. Fine margins.
Yeah, very fine. It was great.
Nice. I guess that's all.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers,
Thanks.
man.
I hate it.
All right, you can get real bad now, Doug.
Thank you, please.
Sweet.